people. This Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Logic project, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Didn't think we'd be back here so quick. Okay?
No, we came back very quick. After Supermarket?
Woo!
Yikes, man.
Yeah.
He tried to go Supermarket on this on one track, and I was like, okay.
You almost turned him off?
Bro, it was almost about to be done. It's peaks and valleys. He got to that peak. I was like, I don't like this. All right, man. So Logic. So get into it. The Supermarket album came out. It was supposed to go to a book. I felt like he felt like he owed us this one, so he came out with a proper album.
Wait. Before we go too far,
go ahead.
Can we really consider this an album?
What is it then?
Like for me, this really sounds like more like mixtape Logic, more just project Logic. But I'm saying like when I think about like Under Pressure or The Incredible True Story or Everybody from 2017, it's like that music sits in a different place than what this gives us. Like this reminds me of Young Sinatra, Bobby Tarantino, or whatever.
Yes. This does seem like mixtape Logic, but I think he owed it to us. Yeah, I think he was like, I gave him that. I got to give him some bars. I got to get back out here and rap again.
He maybe should have released soundtrack is like under a different name or something.
Yeah, Bobby Tarantino could have been like another name, like his other alter ego. Because this one was kind of alter ego-ish. All right, so this one lead into it, man. I was a little bit nervous because it did come out so quickly after the Supermarket joint. They tried to distance himself from after he got that slander. But when I listened to it, I went into it first of all like Logic. I wonder. First of all, I can appreciate the emotions that he puts into the album and the fact that he doesn't know a lot of the answers of what life is about, which none of us do. I love that it's vulnerable enough to put that in an album, to his thoughts. Like sometimes through the album, it's like, he would say, sexually would be like he wants approval from people. Yeah. Then he would be cocky, like, no, I'm top 5. Then he would be, going to, of course, the biracial stuff again. And it affects him a lot. You could tell throughout his music, it comes out a lot. Yeah. Lyrically, he just flexes on the whole album. He did get into some parts where he started singing again. Please stop the singing. I don't like Logic crooning, man. It just sounds bad. But I do like the fact that he flips back and just goes back into rapping again. I thought the feature with Eminem was good. You can hear the influences that Logic has gotten from Eminem. Yeah. So I definitely appreciated that. The G-Eazy feature, I mean, I could do without that one, I guess. The Wiz Khalifa one was dope. I love that one. Yeah. The one that got me was the Will Smith one.
Yeah, that was real left field.
That was left field. I didn't expect it because when I listen to albums, I don't really look at the features. I kind of just want to hear it. Right. Who actually comes through can be kind of funny.
Will Smith pop in. You like, wait a second
Will
now.
Smith. Like, come on, man. The Genie?
You sure this ain't Jaden? This ain't Jaden. I think you meant to get Jaden.
He was rapping.
Yeah, he was rapping. That's what Will Smith came
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate on him, man. And he had a track with his dad. But the thing about Logic, though, is like he doesn't know who he is. And I think that it exudes in his music. I can appreciate that he's vulnerable enough to put that in his music. But I do get I get fatigued by that over time. I get your biracial and I get that you recognize yourself as being black.
Nobody's ever going to let him live that down.
No, because he can't say the N-word. And I think that's what some people... He can. But I think that maybe he doesn't feel like he can.
Or he does.
I don't know, but he did it a couple times. We did it in his alter ego voice. Yeah. You ever notice that he didn't do it in his regular voice? He does it.
Oh man. Oh Lord.
So I don't know, but the fact that it's boom bap, the fact that it's rapping, he got Deer's approval in that aspect. But yeah, I thought it was okay. What you think?
Oh man, like I said, after listening to it, the first thing that kind of struck me is like, okay, this isn't a traditional album, or I don't think it's meant to be taken as like, this big project. First of all, there was no push behind it. This album just kind of came out of nowhere. Boom, he dropped it. Because I remember seeing that the single with him and Eminem dropped. I thought it was just like a one-off that he was just dropping. Then boom, next thing you know, whole mixtape or project or whatever you want to classify this as, right at your doorstep. I was glad to see that he was kind of getting back in an easy pocket for himself, where it's like, a lot of boom bap type of beats, man, real fast flows, lots of words, real clever with the wordplay, those sorts of things. But I don't know, it didn't seem like the song structures on here were really looking to establish any type of like really deeply rooted concept in the album.
That's why it didn't seem like an album to you.
And that's what makes me feel like it was just a mixtape. Because for the Bobby Tarantino mixtapes, that's what it always just kind of felt like him having fun. And I'm perfectly fine with that. The only thing that kind of threw me with that is like you were spending a lot of money on these features to just be having fun. Because I mean, he got
complained about that though.
I mean, I'm not mad
at that. Which is weird though.
I'm not mad at that.
What of those features do you think had a problem clearing it? Because he was complaining about that on Twitter a lot.
I don't think it was a feature that he was having problems with. I think it was a samples. Samples he was having trouble clearing.
Samples, yeah.
But I mean, I know you had to probably drop Eminem some coin.
Yeah.
Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just getting in touch with Big Willie style.
Right.
I mean, Guwap and Wiz, I don't think it's probably hard to get in touch with them. But that's a weird pairing. Like Logic and Gucci.
That was dope. That track was dope.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But
Gucci snapped.
Yeah, he did, man. Come on back, Gooch.
Snapped.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if he cloned no more, man.
Yeah,
Gucci's been out here wilding.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it just sounded like he was having fun making the music that he wanted to make. And you know, I'm sure we'll get another proper album sometime next year or whatever. But he just had to kind of put this out there for the fans or whatever, so that way he could kind of erase Supermarket from our memory.
Yeah.
Just because it was like he went so left to center there. You know, you got to reel your fans back in, give them what they want. And that's what he did on here. You know, no gripes there. Production was solid, features were solid, rapping always solid.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know, but were there any bangers on here? I don't know. I didn't
The
hear
last track on the song on the album I thought was pretty dope. It was a banger.
I mean, I thought it was decent enough, but it wasn't like there were like no smash hits or like nothing I hear like that they'll be playing on the radio or anything like that, or really anything that I'll be listening to next week.
Yeah.
But I wasn't upset with the offering here.
No.
You know,
and the fact that we're getting no music
solid.
out for the year, I appreciated it.
Yeah, man. You know what? A lot of these artists letting me down, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People are due.
Somebody put out a great album, and I'm talking about an album, something that you really put a lot of work into.
Absolutely.
Like this is for as good as it is, and I know that Logic, you know, takes pride in the craft or whatever. I'm sure that, you know, he was putting together these bars and wants to put out something they can be proud of. I don't feel like this is his best effort.
No.
You know what I'm saying? This feels like, you know, hey man, I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? It lacks the focus that I'm used to him delivering.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for somebody to really drop a really focused album next. And Logic, hey man, maybe this would be for you. Maybe this call for somebody else. But for me, man, album 78. It was cool.
I got an 82.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoyable.
It's boom bap, so it'll get played in Deer's car.
Yeah.
Maybe next week, maybe not. I don't know. But there's no music coming out. I'll probably go back to Damn or something else.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I've been all over the place. What have I been listening to lately? Man, Rory. What happened to Rory? But that's topic for another day.
Another pod. We'll do on that.
Yeah.
But yo, Logic fans, get in here. If you get 100, you're absolutely right. We just want to know why. Was I too high, too low? Was Kev too high, too low?
Yeah.
And we'll go from there, man. I am Nadir.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace.